Right now, I am a postdoctoral fellow at the Emory Autism Center. I'm finishing up my third year of postdoc, and in the fall, so September 2014, I'll be transitioning into a faculty appointment at the Emory Autism Center, which is part of the Emory School of Medicine, Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences. I love being able to work with a student who is in college or going off to college and find out from him or her what are her goals and what does she really want to do, and what are those strengths that are going to allow her or him to achieve those goals, and working with families and finding out what works in terms of their community, and using the knowledge base that I have to inform how they can get on that path to achieving those goals. But Lend has just it's got such a strong emphasis on families and individuals and advocacy and self-advocates that I know I will be continuing to take that perspective with me into the work that I do with parents and individuals and school systems alike. And the other thing I think that was really powerful and will help me in my career was just the connections that I've made to folks in my cohort, to the Lend faculty, to the folks in the Center for Leadership and Disability. Being where I am in the job that I've taken on at Emory, seeking external funding and collaborating and being interdisciplinary and being working across universities and campuses, all of those things are highly valued and very important. And I've really enjoyed the opportunity to connect to so many wonderful people. And the most memorable parts of my experience were, there's so many of them. I would say going to the AUCD conference was a very memorable experience, and mostly around just the relationships that I built and strengthened, and the opportunity to be so immersed in an energy around disability advocacy that I found very powerful and rewarding and positive and energizing and things like that. The family mentor experience was outstanding. I got to connect to the Ladd family. They were just wonderful and warm, and again very positive, and a great energy about them. And it was nice for me to sort of branch out in terms of the range of disability or disability types that I typically work with and interact with, and so on. And then I would say, there were a number of wonderful speakers that we had, and they were all great, and I actually missed a few lectures and speakers that I really wanted to attend, and folks that were just huge names in the field and have done amazing, powerful work. But slightly different from that, what I really found a powerful experience about the Lend program was the PAR project, the Participatory Action Research project that we did, and working with my cohort and team on interviewing and engaging so many people that we perceived as big people, important people in terms of this project, and whether from a national reputation or community standpoint, whether they really were or not, to us, and in terms of the project, there was a kind of a value put on some of our stakeholders that I thought was really cool in terms of being family-centered and looking at dual diagnosis, or folks with developmental disability and behavioral health concerns, looking at how important they were in that whole system of care, and just turning things around a little bit in terms of how we perceive things. Being someone that works with adolescents and young adults who tend towards the kind of more verbal, more cognitively able, higher functioning end of the autism spectrum, self-advocacy is a front and center skill on my mind, is something that our young adults and adolescents need to learn and work on and grow. And Len gave me just a wonderful model of what strong self-advocacy looks like. What I saw as a strong running theme was that in order to be a good self-advocate, you have to have really strong self-awareness. And that's something that a lot of the clients that I work with don't necessarily have. But for the work that I do, it's good to know what those precursor skills are. It's hard to be a good self-advocate if you don't understand yourself. Um, I think two words that go in really well: implicit leadership. There's a lot of kind of embedded leadership qualities to the Lend program. Um, and then the other is great collaborative relationships. So there's my five words: implicit leadership and great collaborative relationships.